The first self-respect conference organized by Periyar E.V. Ramasamy, who was the leader of the self-respect movement in Tamil Nadu. He changed the history of Tamil Nadu. This has led to several major political changes in India. Periyar invited Simon Commission to this conference, which was strongly opposed by the entire India. He passed resolutions supporting the Simon Commission. He passed resolutions against the Hindu religious Shastra, God, religion, Hindu culture and customs, which are the basics of the caste system. He is not just talking to scheduled caste people who are affected by caste. He summoned higher caste people who impose casteism on scheduled caste people. He debated with those who wandered with caste surname. In conference, he demanded all people to stop using caste surnames and also achieved. He stressed the importance of property rights of women, education for women, employment for women in police, distribution of land to Dalits and free education for Dalit students. He said that the minimum marriageable age of a girl should be 16 and opposed the cruelty of marrying children from 3 to 8 years old. He also said that the marriage expenditure to be minimal, the cost of petting and temple to be reduced. Most importantly, resolutions passed in the presence of Chief Minister, ministers, MLAs, government officials, British government officials, Jilla Board chairmen and municipal chairmen who had the powers to carry out these resolutions. All those resolutions have been implemented by the ruling governments till date. Let us look at the revolutionary resolutions proclaimed by Periyar. Resolutions passed in the self-respect movement's province conference held in 1929 at Chengalpet, Madras Presidency. Resolution 1. Simon Commission. Indian minister in parliament said that it's not possible to nominate representatives to Simon Commission from each category, caste and religion. Because in India, each category has different rights and opinions among them. Our country in a situation that we can't able to nominate a single person gives hopes to all categories. So this conference urges that boycotting the commission is not justifiable by stating none of the Indian has been nominated as a member. Nowadays, all the national and regional parties agreed, bounded and cooperate with the British Parliament to rule and govern India with all the rights. This conference urges that it's not a suitable argument that representing the commission nominated by the same parliament is considered as an insult to India's self-respect. Therefore, this conference accepts that after the decisive consultation, Simon Commission finds a way to execute the mission and principles of self-respect movement in their report to the parliament. Resolution 2. Nehru Committee Plan. This conference is only concerned about the socio-religious reforms, but we condemn the Nehru Committee report, which is against our movement's basic principles. The conference insists that in future the caste-based representation policy should be followed in the Indian political planning commissions. Resolution 3. Caste Discrimination. This conference rejects the principle that by birth there is an inequality among the people, and we urge the people to completely reject and don't follow the religious Vedas, Shastras, Puranas which supports the principle of inequality by birth. We should reject the cruel Varnashrama rules and the deniable divisions exist in the society like Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Shudras and Panchamas. Untouchability is the barrier to human civilization and the national development. By eradicating it, the equal rights should be given to all the people to enjoy access to public institutions like roads, ponds, wells, educational institutions, public halls and water stations. The above mentioned campaigns and efforts were not much in progress due to the religious stubbornness and impediments of the few selfish categories caste. So this conference resolves that the government and members of the legislature should enact a law to help and support the people's effort. Resolution number 4, Caste Name and Religious Identity. This conference urges the people to remove the caste or religious denominations' surname from their names. This conference urges don't wear the symbols which indicate the caste and religious divisions. Resolution number 5, Marriage Rituals. Women's age for marriage should be above 16 years. The rights to break marriage agreement should be given to the husband and wife when they can't live together mutually. We should support the widows for their remarriage. The complete right should be given to choosing their beloved ones as husband or wife irrespective of caste and religion. To support that, marriage rituals should be amended and it should be organized in a simple way. And we resolve that at any cost of the feast should not be given more than one day or once. Resolution number 6, Education. In educational institutions, the government can spend on mother tongue and English. It should not spend the public funds for any other language. The eligible girl children should be given compulsory primary education from the public fund. The government should not spend public funds for higher education. If it spends, then the admission must be based on proportionate representation. Resolution number 7, Templement. This conference urges that not even a single paisa should spend for the temple in the name of God or in any other name. There should not be any broker and Sanskrit between the person who worships and worshipped. This conference requests the public that not to make any new constructions and already availed donations for the temples, mutts, public halls, Vedic educational institutions and its properties should be used for the handicrafts, trades, research and education and business. This conference urges to stop celebrating temple festivals. Instead of that, exhibitions related to general knowledge, health and economic growth should be organized for the development of people's knowledge and wealth. Resolution number 8, Non-Parpanar Youth Society. As a teacher and examiner, schools, colleges and other training institutions have been occupied by the one category caste people who was against the development of non-Parpanar, because that the justice to non-Parpanars was not yet done. This conference urges the government and the members of assembly to form a committee to investigate and do the needful. Hereafter, the government should give the lands to the scheduled castes and the landless. In that, there should be a special concern given to the untouchables by providing money and support them to cultivate the crops by using the land. First preference must be given to the untouchables in the vacant government jobs. This conference urges that the books, clothes, food has been provided free of cost to the untouchables' children until they get equal status like other caste children. This conference emphasizes the importance of providing fitness goods to the youth. Resolution number 9. Superstitious practices. There should no superstitious textbooks in the schools. Teachers should not teach any superstitious lessons even for training. The syllabus should enhance rationality, self-confidence and research. We urge that the textbook committee to recommend the books which induce knowledge and self-confidence. Resolution number 10. Women equality. Women must be given equal rights to men in property rights and succession. Equal rights and time should be given to women to start and run a business like men. This conference resolves that the women need to be appointed as school teachers in more number and women should be nominated as a primary school teacher. Resolution number 11. Plays and cinemas. This conference resolves that the book writers, playwrights, actors, theatre owners and cinematographers should not write or support the books and stories which propagate irrational injustice, demotivates the self-confidence, degrading the self-respect and propagates irrational religious principles. Resolution number 12. Caste discrimination in Tiffin centers. This conference condemns the hotels and coffee clubs that discriminate based on the caste. This conference urges the officers in such a place should not give the license for the venomous hotels and coffee clubs. The railway officer needs to take immediate steps to stop the discrimination based on caste, religion, category and race in the respective hotel and tiffin centers which is under their control. This conference urges the railway committee members and the members of the legislature to do the needful to eradicate the stingy differences. Resolution number 13. Labor issues. Labor development is national development. So based on their work, a decent salary should be given to them to lead a better life. A justifiable share for the profit of each business has to be given to the labor. This conference condemns the biased stand of the government on the South Indian Railway laborers' strike. This conference supports the affected laborers. Resolution number 14. Other resolutions. Tanjore Jilla Board shall support the Siddha medicine and it urges the officers to nominate the traditional Siddha practitioners to the Taluk and Jilla Board. This conference urges that a permanent committee need to be formed with members to expand the self-respect movement and to propagate its missions to be achieved. Financial supports also need to be done. This conference urges the self-respect cadres to elect the person holding the principles and vows of the self-respect movement as members of the legislature and other posts in the local bodies. We thank the founder of the self-respect movement, Mr. E.V. Ramasamy Periyar, for his huge contributions to the development and liberation of the society. This conference resolves that we have full faith in his leadership to run this movement.